murdering. But this past Wednesday, after a month of deliberations, the trial, Slatton's second, ended with no resolution, a hung jury. The Justice Department declined our request for comment and hasn't yet said whether it will try Slatton yet again.
From the gun, it's Ryan.
Slatton's family says Nick is the victim of a malicious prosecution and our government's misguided attempt to use Raven 23 as a symbol of accountability in an unpopular war.
This case has brought me to understand that we don't really live in a country of justice and truth. It's about the check and the wins call. And that's what our justice system is about. Totally correct.
You mentioned that to me pregame.
So Slatton and the other Raven 23 members have been charged, had charges dropped, were recharged and convicted, then to have those sentences thrown out. All are still in prison while the Justice Department decides on next steps. Meantime, they've served more than 4 years. That's longer than a Blackwater colleague who pled guilty a decade ago to voluntary manslaughter and served a year and a day. Next on Full Measure.
I'm Scott Thuman in South America at a chaotic spot that some people call the epicenter of not just commerce, but also illegal trading, drug trafficking, and possibly terror financing.
So many incredible moments have happened under these lights, but it's time for a change. A light bulb change. Omni Coach Murray and gearing up to go up. I'll show you what it takes to change a light bulb at Here You Know Room tonight after the game on NBC3.
Around here, there are no days off. NBC3 works for you through the weekend, tracking every important story. It's the story that shocked Central New York. I'm Victoria Carmen, and join me for NBC3 Weekend News, weekends at 6 and 11.
Auburn Community Hospital provides the best of all worlds. My partners are phenomenal. We do surgeries together. We are on the cutting edge. I get to be part of families while working with the best colleagues ever. Every delivery is different. Every birth is different. Every day is different. And we're here to make your experience the best. And our goal is healthy mom, healthy baby.
At Auburn Community Hospital, we specialize in you.
The world never stops. It's constantly changing, evolving, moving forward. And so are we. Introducing Spectrum Mobile. Built on America's largest, most reliable 4G LTE network. Combined with our ultra-fast nationwide...
It's the ultimate predator. It tracks its prey, exploits weakness, like a game.
That's not a predator, that's a sports hunter.
Well, we took a vote. Predator's cooler.
Do you have a plan? Ex-sniper with PTSD and a team that's mental?
Surfing, gaming, or whatever you're into. All with unlimited talk and text and no contracts. Call 833-202-7283. The best network, the best devices, the best value. Switch to Spectrum Mobile today with our unlimited data plan for $45 and save up to 40% on your bill. Or get our 5-gig plan and use it for $40 a gig. All with unlimited talk and text. Call 833-202-7283 or visit SpectrumMobile.com.
A career in Loretto means making a difference. Loretto has immediate openings for registered nurses, full, part-time, and per diem shifts available for positions in overtime RN specialties. Loretto offers RNs the most competitive wage and benefits packages in Central New York, with free in-house health center for employees, continuing education, professional mentoring, and up to a $5,000.
If people say your dreams are crazy, if they laugh at what you think you can do, good. Stay that way. Because what non-believers fail to understand is that calling a dream crazy is not an insult. It's a compliment. Don't try to be the fastest runner in your school or the fastest in the world.
At Hilton Garden Inn, I'm all about the Hilton Honors app. I can check in on my phone, choose my own room, and head straight upstairs. Or I could head straight to the bar for a Manhattan with a twisty twist of lemon. For the best price, book at HiltonGardenInn.com. Cheers.
Along South America's Parana River in Paraguay. Closer, you see,
$15.
and here.
one of the busiest business centers in the world. This is
I'm Emma. I'm Claire. And we're the Salmon Sisters. This new Surface Go is the perfect size. When we're on the boat, I don't have a big desk to use or a studio table to draw on. Having something you can slip in your bag and take with you is really great.
Taxes and duties abnormally low.
I'm Emma. I'm Claire. And we're the Salmon Sisters. This new Surface Go is the perfect size. When we're on the boat, I don't have a big desk to use or a studio table to draw on. Having something you can slip in your bag and take with you is really great.
Say millions of dollars made here end up some 7,000 miles away in Lebanon to fund Hezbollah.
Any last words? How's your sister? We will take the reef by storm. Unleash chaos. You gotta promise me. Put Aldrin in the ground.
Destiny 2 Forsaken, available September 4th.
South America. Hezbollah first became a threat in the early 1980s, linked to the bombing of the U.S. Marine barracks in Beirut in 1983 that killed 220 Marines and 21 other U.S. personnel. Ottolenghi has testified in Congress that Hezbollah raises $10 to $20 million a year in Paraguay from money laundering, drugs, counterfeit goods, and black market cigarettes smuggled across borders for massive profits.
The frontier is lawless, and it is lawless because you have fairly weak institutions on all sides of the border. Weak judiciary, weak policing, weak customs.
We went to see for ourselves. Landing at the same airport where law enforcement says plane loads of counterfeit goods from knockoff Nikes to designer bags and cell phones have been flying in from overseas for decades. Luis Rojas was head of the country's drug enforcement team for years. He helps track the flow of money to Hezbollah.
Its face here may be political, but it's actually a strong terrorist organization. And the tri-border area is probably, possibly, its second largest global base in terms of logistics and financing.
What is clearly evident, much of what goes to Paraguay doesn't stay in Paraguay, and we follow their trail into Brazil.
Maybe nothing illustrates the problem better than this. A mountain of seized contraband. Enough that this 65,000 square foot warehouse is constantly bursting at the seams. And it isn't the only one.
Outside, cars, boats, and buses seized in smuggling operations grow by 3,000 to 4,000 a year. The top Brazilian customs official admits it's hard to keep up.
You seized $80 million in contraband last year. How much do you think you're missing?
We don't have an official statistic, but overall, the value of trade in goods from Paraguay to Brazil is around $4 billion.
65% of stores here are Arabic owned and run. What is not known is how much of their money goes to feed Hezbollah. None of the Lebanese people we met would talk on camera, but Juan Santamaria, president of a local chamber of commerce, did.
They refuse the existence of terrorists. I don't know what percentage we loan the money. I cannot say yes or no, but I don't know, but we refuse that. We refuse that we are criminal scenario that many people say in the past.
But U.S. intelligence points to examples like the recent prosecution of Ali Issa Chamaz, a man of Lebanese descent, extradited from Ciudad del Este and sentenced to prison for smuggling massive amounts of cocaine into the United States to raise money for Hezbollah.
Couldn't this money just be going back to help with families, help with communities, charities?
The Nazis run hospitals too. So yes, some of this money may go to fund hospitals, infrastructure, and so on. But the bottom line is that it goes into one big pot.
This is all kind of a product.
Hector Balmaceda leads the department tasked with intercepting the fake goods that are turned into cash.
Over 5 years, you've confiscated $300 million in counterfeit goods in that area.
Yes.
just hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Do you think that's just the tip of the iceberg?
Yes. There's a lot more. I'm sure.
So in this country where contraband and money flow as freely as the river, and a porous border serves a terror organization operating south of our border, Paraguayan officials admit it may be up to America to help clean it up. For Full Measure, I'm Scott Duman in Paraguay.
Coming up on Full Measure, we will talk politics, the midterms, and the next presidential campaign with one advisor by the name of Trump.
It's all about listening more closely, treating more skillfully, trusting more completely, and caring more deeply. Our passion is treating you with the respect and dignity you deserve, and celebrating what matters most in your life. It's called Care Passion, and at Cross Health, we live to share it with you.
It's Raymore and Flanagan's 65th anniversary sale. Save 20% on this power sofa, 20% on this queen bed. Queen adjustable bases start at just $3.99 with 0% APR for an incredible 72 months. Comfort test a power recliner or mattress with adjustable base to enter for a chance to win a 2019 Mercedes-Benz GLC 65th anniversary sale at Raymore and Flanagan.
There's a lot of talk of late about what or where the focus is at the White House. At least one direction is toward the November elections and even beyond. Lisa Fletcher talks about that and more when she sat down this summer with Laura Trump, campaign advisor and daughter-in-law of the president.
I am so proud to introduce myself as the daughter-in-law of our president, Donald J. Trump.
Traditionally, the president in his first term loses the House and Senate. His party loses the House and Senate. We're very hopeful leading up to November that we don't see that happen on the Republican end. We're working very hard for that. And then I think it'll be really exciting, actually, to go into 2020. You know, our campaign in 2016 was so unique and so small, and I mean, none of us had any political experience before this. So we're in a very different space. We're operating from a different area now where we really feel streamlined. We've raised a lot of money. And we're really excited to go into 2020. Nothing will ever compare, of course, to 2016 because it was all so new and so unique and amazing to all of us. How's it different for you now than it was in 2016?
As we step aside here in this second quarter.
Just noticed the weird audio there. That's funny.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
individual could be a high-level target.
I can't go to Yemen. I'm an analyst. Get on the plane.
There's something different about his agenda.
Receiver gets to the next guy in the zone, otherwise you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Flex round. Flex round. Hut. Hut.
On 3rd down, Brissett escapes the sack, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Tech McKinley in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down, here's Ryan. Out left side here to Bryant. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Hey, Tuesday.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Third and long, it's Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's not an NFL record, but It's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Second down, Brissett. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, here's Brissett. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw, Brissett. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Brissett now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Completes it right side to Doxson. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Come on, let's go!
A handoff. It's Murray. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Was trying to get on the radio today, and I just haven't been able to get on there with some games going on. This video should be playing in the background as well. But, whatchamacallit, I do have a guest appearance here. My daughter is ready for game day. It's her first Giants game today, so let's get a look at her. Oh. You going to hand it to me? Or
no, I thought you wanted her.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to. Yeah, here we go.
Coming up, here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
So, here she is. You can see her in awesome New York Giants jersey here. She's ready. Say, get that on up. And Mom's also in game day gear. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. So it's a New York household today, 1 o'clock. We're cooking wings. Give him a shout out, Eva. Help us, boys. Say, let's go, Giants.
Nothing like seeing
Get
someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change.
Unfortunately, she's on her way to Wegmans for a little bit, so or else she'd stay here and watch him play, which she obviously wants to do.
Oh. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Look at her. Oh.
This is fielded at the goal.
So anyway, just a guest appearance here.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Yeah,
they're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Come on, let's go! Spread 38! Spread 38!
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Redskins on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Watch 80! Watch 80! Here we go! Spread 38! Spread 38!
On the bootleg, it's Brissett. They'll roll him out right. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murray. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Let's go! White 90!
Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Brissett now. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. First target, first catch at a 1st down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Brissett sets to throw it. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And a turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan able to track him down for a loss of 13, and it'll bring up 4th down. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On the right side, Reed. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Looking for his tight end Reed, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Play action. Ryan. He finds an opening past the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, Tuesday.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Going deep here for Bryant. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Get up!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Again, Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Hey, on.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Airing one out for Crowder. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. A big play, Smith to Crowder, and even 50 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Flushed out right. Open space inside the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll sneak it with Smith. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Alex Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. They'll try to run with Murray. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the fourth. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
We're one-handing it here. What do you think? Which way did Lacey miss that kick?
Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
There you go.
Line here and brought down there.
Boom.
And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing,
Oh, Rev missed the kick?
quick outs,
God, Lacey
things that
just
they
missed
consider safe.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage. But
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Hey, on. Good list.
From the end zone, Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them.
Get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Hey, let's go. Gun. 22. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And his kick is good. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now from Baltimore. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So out now come the Redskins. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Steps away to his left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a 1st. On 1st and 10, Smith. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Deion Jones in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll take on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Atlanta, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Washington, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.